sit right where he was, right at the corner of the field, and we'll wheel the gurney in if he needed to.
Okay,
It wouldn't be a problem.
okay. So, you guys spent a lot of time in your application discussing the field site, which is helpful, and the buffering that exists there. What about the house site? Because you're starting at the house, the wedding party staying at the house possibly, and then you're moving to the field. So what, I mean, you're gonna have a ceremony, you're presumably gonna have music, you're gonna have a PA there. The whole neighborhood gonna hear that? What protections are at that site? So that your neighbors won't feel like they're also attending a ceremony.
In my mind, the field and the house are, I mean, they abut each other. It's probably what, 50 feet from my front door to the field?
Yeah.
Yeah.
50, 75.
I mean, yeah, it's right there. I mean, I'm right there on the rock wall. And there's a whole bunch of garden there, and then I'll look right out my front door, and there's my tent, and my gardens, and then the tent. So I don't think it's any different. I'm not sure if I answered your question or not, Ann.
So, I mean, what I heard you saying, and this is not the best way to do this, but we don't have it electronically. So is this the row of oaks that you were talking about?
We can't hear you, Ann.
Is this the wavy line? Is that the row of oaks that you were talking
Yeah.
about?
Yes,
But there are oaks all the way around,
all the way around the field.
all the
So-
way around that field.
So where
There.
are they on your property?
Right there, right
in
where,
front
right where you see the rock wall. I wish I could reach right through the cave. Right, there are oaks all the way around that field.
Okay, so if I'm having a ceremony here,
Mhm.
the sound presumably can go this way without any trees. Am I,
It's
What
more
is
than a quarter of a mile through the woods.
And it's all wooded. It's all dense wooded area.
okay, that's what I was asking.
Yeah, dense wooded area, but I'm surrounded. I mean, you wouldn't even know I'm back there.
Okay. I think those are the questions that I remember for now. Juliet, did you want to jump in?
Yeah, I would love to. Thank you. So I've got a couple of questions and try not to repeat any that have already been asked. Some of these are pertaining to the letter we received, comment letter. My first question is, did you guys contact all folks along Stackpole between your property and, say, is it Cloutier Road?
Cloutier, yeah, Cloutier Road.
Cloutier
So-
Road, sorry. Yeah.
Yep. So
Okay.
everyone on the, everyone on my side of the road, so Pauline, I wrote Pauline's last name, so the three houses from Maplewood down towards the corner did not contact the one on the corner, but then turned the corner and talked to Diane and Danny Martin. Tried to get the next folks, left letters with them, talked to the Woods, the Gaston Gays, Milt Simon, and Provost, which goes all the way down Stackpole.
Okay,
Coming
and
back-
you
Go ahead.
heard responses back from all of those people, or
I personally talked to them all.
you personally talked to them all? Okay.
Met
Okay.
with them. Yeah.
Okay.
Also as you take a left out of Stackpole, out of Maplewood, tried to get hold of the folks who are right next door, who are the Shaddich and Manning. Could
Mhm.
not get them, but I've talked with Landbergs and I've talked with Joe Cerise, as well as Steve and Christine Michaud, who live on the other side of the field.
Okay. I would just like to say that you guys did a great job with abutters. Like,
Thank you.
you obviously have tried really hard, so I want to commend you on that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Couple more questions for you.
Yeah.
Alcohol license.
Yep.
So you're bringing in a bartender, right?
If they need to, if they want it.
If they want drinking.
Yep.
Yes.
Do you need any sort of special license for that?
We don't. In
Okay.
order for them to serve alcohol at their event, they would need to.
Oh,
They
okay.
they can drink a beer at my house, but they have to provide the alcohol. They also per contract, will have to have event insurance. We will have event insurance on my home. We will have event insurance on the field. And then the party that is in contract with us will also have to take out event insurance.
Okay. I think probably the number one concern, which Anne brought up, I think all of us have brought up, is traffic.
Mhm.
And then if we add in alcohol, that's
Mhm. Mhm.
late night driving. So that is definitely a concern. For noise, I wonder if, so there's going to be a PA system, right? There's going to be probably a DJ with speakers.
Small one. Small.
Small,
Not a rock concert type.
Yeah.
right? Not a rock concert, but
And no
still
martial
some.
arts.
I just wonder, it is, quite a bit wooded, but still, I think noise can travel.
Mhm.
It's a consideration for the board, potentially for to consider a noise assessment, maybe. I know that if I was a neighbor, that's probably something I would want.
So, and as you're thinking about that, we had a family wedding there this summer.
Okay.
The only folks in all the abutters that we talked and neighbors that we talked to who even heard it was the Michos who live up over the hill. They live across the field, over the rock wall, and I don't know how many
Out in the
hundreds of
woods.
yards into the woods.
Okay.
And it just happens that I'm sure that's the direction that the speakers were aimed. That's definitely something that we could consider, is just how the speakers are aimed.
Yeah, that's a
That
good
it
point.
So it doesn't hit the majority of homes that are behind us, even though, there's as much or more woods on that area.
Okay. And
Yeah.
you mentioned other types of activities such as craft fairs, birthday parties, things like that could happen at this.
That's going to be so small. I mean,
Yeah.
when you're talking about, birthday parties, retirement parties, I mean, you're talking 50 people max. You're not talking.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I really don't anticipate anything larger than that.
And so at your large weddings, thinking possibly 50 to 100 cars potentially, right?
I mean, we're really thinking right now 50, and we talked
50.
about it a little bit while we were waiting for the meeting to start back up. Max 175. I can't even fathom. And are we in agreement? We could,
I don't think we'll even hit that.
yeah.
Okay, and so all of those cars are going to be parking off of Maplewood and in that area, kind of along the rock wall in front of the,
In the field. Yeah.
in the field. All of the cars will be off that road. Okay.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, any animals?
So good. I don't have any anymore, so there won't be any on site. Yeah, it's possible that a bride and groom are going to want their favorite pet to be there, but they're going to need to contain that animal and let us know who's going to be responsible for it, where it's going to be the rest of the ceremony. But in terms of everybody just bringing their animals and letting them run free in the field, absolutely not. Absolutely.
Dog show?
And that's just, no.
Only we're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, absolutely not. There's way too much liability with that. Way
Okay,
too
my
much
last question is, so I think I read somewhere one day on the weekend. Is there potential for Friday night? Say it's a the night before party of a wedding, and then you've got your wedding Saturday. So is that a potential, right? Friday night and Saturday night?
Yeah, I know Lindsay just suggested maybe a rehearsal dinner at the house,
Right,
but
Okay.
we're not, yeah. It,
okay,
our business plan is for someone to rent the house and the field with with the ceremony and the reception taking place, on one day. That's what we are going to be promoting.
okay.
Yeah, we're not, could there be a wedding Friday night, a wedding Saturday, a wedding Sunday? That is not our business plan. That is not
It's
what
too
we're
much.
planning to do. It's
We want to care for our clients, so.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lindsay just said, we want to care for our customers. That is not what that's not what we're selling.
Okay,
We're selling the ability to rent the house, access to the field, and enjoy the weekend with your family
okay.
and friends.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Ann.
The one last question I have is about the sound, about the PA systems. What, do you have a contract yet? And how are you going to make sure that that noise is contained?
So we're not going to be contracting. We don't anticipate contracting for the PA system itself. That would be something that the disc jockey would be bringing in. And glad to make sure, since, just based on this one wedding this summer, the fact that the Michos, it still blows my mind because they're like
Yeah,
half a
long
mile
ways away.
away that they even noticed. But we can definitely make sure our speakers are aimed that way, because that's across the field, and the speakers wouldn't even be aimed at the rest of the abutters. And quite honestly, there's no reason to. Because the activity is going to be in the field. It just makes the most sense to just aim the speakers out through the field.
And I was asking more about your contract with your customers, right?
Okay.
Typically, a contract will have all of those. You have to have liability insurance. You can't have fireworks. You know,
Right.
your
right.
PA system needs. Do you have that document drafted yet?
No. We have a model. But we do not have the document drafted yet.
Okay. All right, planning board, any more questions before we take public comment?
I just had one more. The letter that went to the butter and some of the language in the application
Mhm.
mentioned a lot about your intention for this summer, and it seemed to limit the number of events. Is that anticipated to continue? Was it to have, sound like there would be a limit of only 6 weddings, maybe 10 total events? Is that your business plan on and on, or is, if it does really well, you'd have something every weekend?
So we're getting started late this year, right? I mean, couples have already decided for this coming season where they're going to be. I mean, I think we'd be crazy to think otherwise. So that's why we put in the letter, we're thinking 6, because we'd be really excited if we got 6, Ron. We'd be really excited. Could it grow to 1 every weekend? It could. But we don't know what the potential is right now. We think we have a great window open here with the COVID requirements and the fact that folks can be outside, have their weddings, and celebrate their unions and be socially distanced. We think we have a great opportunity for that. Well, what's going to happen down the future? I mean, we don't know what folks are. I mean, so much is changing right now. We don't know. I may decide that I can't stand to be out of my house more than 6 weekends a month, a year, right?
All right, anything else? Okay. I'm going to open it up to, I can't. I'm going to open it up to public comment.
We did get the other link in if you want to try that.
We did. If we're able to, I'd like to wrap this. We have 40 minutes.
Yeah.
If we're able to wrap this up in 40 minutes, I'd like to wrap this one up on this link, and then we'll close out and go to the next one. If we get close, and somebody help me watch the time. But if we get close, we'll switch into the permanent link. So,
All right.
but thank you. All right. Do any members of the public have a comment that they wanted, or a question that they wanted to offer?
I'd like to speak up on Lee's behalf.
Okay.
I am not
Give your name and address, please.
Jenny Woods. I live at 118 Stackpole Road.
Okay, go for it.
I'm not a direct abutter, but I'm a close neighbor. I personally haven't heard anything over there at all, but I love the idea of what they're doing. I love the idea of bringing more small businesses into town. I love supporting small businesses in general. I am not concerned about the noise. I mean, we have neighbors that shoot off guns and ride four-wheelers and do all kinds of other activities that make noise, and it's really no big deal. I mean, that's part of living in the country, and to be perfectly honest, I'd rather listen to music from a wedding or people having fun than all of that anyway. And I just don't see that being a problem out here. I mean, it's part of living in the country. The noise that carries across the fields. My daughter plays her flute outside sometimes in the summer, and our neighbors can hear that. And I don't know. I like their idea. I'm in complete support of it.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Jill, you had your hand up. Do you want to talk? Just give us your name and address and then go for it.
So this is Jill and Pierre Gastonguay. We are at 110 Stackpole Road, and we are direct abutters to Lee's property.
I actually believe we're the closest house to her house.
Yeah. And she has informed us when she's had gatherings before. And our back deck faces her house. Granted, there's woods in between us, but our back deck faces her house. And our only complaint is that we wish she would turn up the music because we can't hear it very well. So we're really not concerned at all about the noise factor. The fact that they plan on ending things by, I think they're saying 9:30 or 10 o'clock. Even fireworks are gonna end before anybody else in town is even starting fireworks. And I think that they're also going to be very conscientious of their neighbors. And they've already told us that they're going to inform us when there is a gathering. They're going to inform us what's going on. So I think for those people that have pets that have noise phobias, they're going to have ample time to address that, as compared to a lot of other neighbors, including us, that just shoot our guns without calling our neighbors and telling them that we're about to do it. So, Todd probably is screaming at us because his dog is petrified under the bed because we're shooting our guns. So, I mean, traffic, yes, traffic is going to arrive, traffic is going to leave.
But where's the difference in when 136 used to get flooded out and all of a sudden every car that used to go up 136 all of a sudden is detoured through Stackpole Road, and we'd have 100 times what kind of cars that Lee is going to have going to her party for like two-hour windows in a day.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about that.
And let's face it, most of us are in bed by 9:30, 10 o'clock. So when they're leaving, we're not on the road competing with them. So I'm not worried about it at all.
I'm going to piss off her patrons more when I'm up at 3 or 4 in the morning making noise. And
Right, and they're trying to sleep off the
Yeah.
drinks that they had the night before,
I'm happy with that.
so.
All
That's all.
right, thank you. Did anyone else want to offer public comment on this one? No? Okay. I'm gonna close public comment. And planning board, if we can get this done in 20 minutes, we won't get kicked off. So I've started drafting a decision form that I'm going to share with everyone. So you all can see my screen. Can everyone see that? Is it big enough?
Yes.
Okay. So my introduction, and as a reminder to everyone, what's in here, you're stuck with. So I put in 175, if you want to have 500 people, that doesn't fall under this approval. So the applicants are proposing to operate a wedding and event venue at the house located at 58 Maplewood Lane, owned by Ms. Fisher, and the adjacent field owned by Ms. Bollier. Ms. Bollier has given applicants permission to use her field for this purpose. The venue will only host, and I struggled a little bit with this because things changed as we talked. So we'll only host one prime event on one weekend day and may have guests and smaller events the evening before. Up to 10 guests may stay at the house overnight, both the night before and after the prime event. Events will only take place during the months of May through October, with a maximum of 175 guests. Events on the site will only occur during the hours of 9 a.m. and 10 p.m. on the designated weekend day, and all events will end by 9:30 p.m. Any smaller events will also be required to end by 9:30 p.m. Is that an accurate description?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And do you want to, in the description, do you want to say the smaller events are associated with the main event?
Sure, let's see. And smaller associated. Does that address your concern, Ron?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's the intention that was described.
Yep, so they're not having a bridal shower on Friday night and then a completely unrelated wedding on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yep. Setup, breakdown, maintenance, and other activities will occur during the other days of the week. And I was hoping we could put a time limit on that. You know, during daylight hours or something like that. Is that reasonable?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I honestly think that if you're going to be decorating, you know, any vendors coming in are going to be during daylight hours. But if you're out there decorating, and I'm looking at Lindsay because Lindsay will be our wedding coordinator, but it's very possible folks are going to be there late decorating, isn't it?
Bridal party.
But
Maybe
you're
on Friday night.
talking about, 10 people max who are going to be there, and they're going to be at the house anyway. I mean, they're not going to be creating any noise or disruption any more than they would be sitting around the campfire.
Yeah, and I think that probably, Ian, what you're trying to hit is setting up the tent,
Yeah.
putting down porta toilets, pumping porta toilets out, stuff like that. That's going to have truck traffic and noise.
Yeah, their business hours are typically, that's when they set up anyway, so.
Yeah, right.
Hmm.
Yeah, we can.
They
If we're
won't do that
talking about
night.
vendors coming in and out, we have that's perfect.
Okay. Okay. All events will be staffed by applicants or their representatives.
Mhm.
Applicants will erect a 60 by 100-foot tent on the site. Will provide portable toilets. I'm going to say sufficient.
Mhm.
For events, no permanent changes will be made to the site other than running electrical service close to the tent site and potentially improving the parking lot in the future. Applicants will inform all interested neighbors of the events ahead of time by email.
Mhm.
Is everybody okay with my summary, planning board and applicants?
Yep. As
Okay.
long as the neighbors provide us with their email. address.
Yeah, and so I put interested, and if they're not interested, then they won't have, then you don't have to inform them.
You have a minor typo in that first line. Provide should not be plural.
And we'll provide. Thank you. All right, planning board. Public health impact. The proposed use will not create unsanitary or unhealthful conditions by reason of sewage disposal, emission to the air or water, or other aspects of its design or operation. Does anyone have any thoughts on this one?
I have no concerns with that one.
Okay. Anyone else have any concerns? If not, I will make a motion on this one. No? Okay.
Would we
So
consider the people staying in the house, like life safety, anything related to that at all, or?
it's a good question. I can't see
I know there
everybody.
are improvements to the house, but 10 people, I don't know, just a question.
All right, I just got a notice that our free account will end in 10 minutes. I'm sorry, everyone. So if everyone can go in the chat, there is a new link. If everybody can go to that, we will resume our deliberations in that new Zoom meeting. So does anybody, before we leave, does anybody have a question on how to get to the new Zoom meeting? No?
I'm
All
gonna
right.
put it up on the website too.
Great, thank you, Tammy.
I'm sorry
All right.
about this.
No,
Transitioning.
it is what it is. All right, everybody go there and I will see you in that new Zoom shortly.
Here.
No.
Okay. If we-
Hold on.
Yeah, no worries.
All right. Hey, Pete, let me finish this meeting. I'll give you a holler back.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Oh, you did. Okay. All right,
Oh,
sorry.
let's go.
Mine, I was just clicking on it.
Leave meeting.
Sorry, what was that, Karen?
You don't have an application number, do you?
I don't. Just email her too. On the site.